Hey everyone, this is Mike, and I'm here with Isaac,
Hello.
and we're here to talk about some video games. More specifically, we're here to discuss a new game that has been announced by Hoyoverse, which is called, I believe it's called like Honkai Nexus Anima. Okay, so yeah, it's a game that has been in works for a while, and it's basically the new game that's made to appeal to their more younger audience, as you can tell with the whole colorful graphics and the whole monster collection theme. It's a new game in the whole Honkai like IP within Hoyoverse. It's a very like okay looking game because it combines monster collection with auto chess, and I'm not the biggest fan of auto chess games, but I have dabbled with them a few times here and there. It's more specifically, I did play that one auto chess event in Marvel Rivals, which was kind of fun, and in Zenless Zone Zero, they also did an auto chess event with the Bang Boos, which is, again was also a little bit kind of fun. And this is basically they're taking that premise and they're making it into a more official product here. And but the biggest thing that has caused a little bit of a stir with this new game announcement is it's a little bit more indirect now. As everyone knows, there's an ongoing lawsuit with Nintendo and Pocketpair over the whole Palworld and the whole patent infringement stuff. And the most interesting thing about that whole lawsuit is that it indirectly affects this whole like announcement from Hoyo versus Honkai Nexus Anima. In a news article from Automation says how Hoyo versus Honkai Nexus Anima infringes on Nintendo's mount patent from the Palworld lawsuit. IP consultant says like, and yeah, it's yeah, there is it has been showed in the gameplay footage that there is the ability to use one of your monsters in this Nexus Anima game to glide around the environment, and that is the same kind of gliding that Nintendo has been trying to get a Pocketpair on, which Pocketpair removed from their game in order to comply with the whole ongoing lawsuit. And yeah, after everything that's going on, it's kind of a really bold thing for a company like Hoyoverse to just basically go ahead with this. And it also kind of shows that they're not afraid of Nintendo and what they have in store. And I do think it's going to be a very interesting thing moving forward to see how this is going to affect the lawsuit moving forward. Now, with all that being said, I'm kind of curious what you think about the whole situation.
So, in terms of Nintendo, was what I'm sorry,
Hoyoverse.
Hoyoverse making this game.
Mm-hmm.
It
You think? Yeah. What are you thinking?
no, it's not what I'm just trying to get my I'm just trying to get my thoughts together. We talked about this a couple of months back about how I
Yeah.
felt like Nintendo really it's best if Nintendo doesn't win this lawsuit
Oh,
because
yeah.
what the
Absolutely.
situation now that you're going to start to see moving forward was that if Nintendo can be so daft in going after another company for a specific game mechanic, it would dangerously open the doors for other companies of the same proportion to go after other games for such big game mechanics. Now, the interesting situation about this particular announcement is that Hoyoverse is a very big company right now in China at the moment.
Yeah. Very.
It seems like right now Nintendo hasn't gone after Hoyoverse, but yet specifically has targeted Palware for the same complaints that Hoyoverse has completely demonstrated. Let's not due to the fact that the whole monster, the pocket monster idea has existed way before even Nintendo and
Pokemon.
Pokemon
Yeah. Of
even
course.
existed at the moment.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it is going to be very interesting to see if Nintendo does decide to take litigation against Hoyoverse on that same situation, though. But then again, now you're going to be trying to fight on two different fronts right now for what really is an original idea. I mean, the fact that you're going after just a basic mechanic that's not even in all video games right now is just kind of little. Um, it's a little pathetic, though. But
Yeah, I know.
really, at the end of the day, it's just like what will Nintendo do on that
Well,
front?
Well, as I see it, like yeah, the whole like gliding like with a creature thing is not the most unique idea ever. And Nintendo trying to nail them for that is a really dumb patent. Like, and it's just kind of dangerous for a company to patent any kind of game idea. Honestly, I really don't think any company should have a patent on an idea. Maybe they can patent how like the coding base for it or something like
Yeah,
that.
but
You
that's
can't.
not even then. That I don't know what you can really stand on in terms of even just basic coding. It's just like there are multiple ways that you can
Yeah,
code
of
a
course,
certain different
true.
situation.
It's
So
just,
I think
but
really at the end of the day, where does it honestly go? Like, what is Nintendo really trying to get out? I think the only thing that you can really think about Nintendo is at the end of the day is that we're just trying to bully you at the end of the day. That way, you don't creep into our market share
yeah,
of the
well, of
only
course.
idea that we honestly have. Like you said, because we've talked about this so many times about the sort of mechanics. It's going to be really interesting that you take on another bigger company that has the same money. I believe has the same
No,
money and power
well,
right
not
now.
quite.
Oh no,
Okay,
that
like Nintendo, like Hoyoverse has a market share, I believe, around 29 billion.
okay.
Pokemon is 90 billion. So
Oh,
they have a
so
lot more money than that.
okay, so then okay. If that is honestly the case, then it just seems like Nintendo. It ever since I I forgot his name right now. Japanese names. I apologize if I the old president of Nintendo passed away. You just seen Nintendo go more into this corporate heavy
Oh,
strategy of going after of instead of creating new games and new talent, it just seems like we're just going to throw our muscle around. It's just at a level that Nintendo's become incredibly complacent to the point where it's like we don't have to yeah so Ottawa Sato Ottawa yeah after his passing it just seems like Nintendo's gone down that the basic company road where we just will throw money and lawyers at you
oh,
for any
yeah.
big segment
I
that's
mean,
moving forward and this has been a slow creep. It's been a slow, very, very creep for a
yeah.
very
I
long time
mean,
in what you see in Nintendo, what Nintendo was and what Nintendo has become.
well,
Because now it just seems like, and this is not just even video games. This is just every form of any piece of hint of their IP that's being used in any kind of form way.
mm.
If they just get the other sniff of it, it's a lawsuit.
Well, yeah. Well, Nintendo has always had like the stingy corporate side for a while. It's just now it's becoming more apparent that
It's
they're
becoming
trying
it. Yeah,
that they're going down that yeah, I get what you mean.
it's more apparent too, and it's because but that's it's always existed though, but because Nintendo has such grand fanfare, like you can never talk ill will about Nintendo. How
Hmm.
dare you talk anything bad about Nintendo? They're this is the
Yeah.
company, this is my childhood. How dare you talk about my childhood? It's almost in the same
I get
you're
it.
living at that same level of loyalty, frivolous loyalty that like fans of Disney have, where they will the mouse can do no wrong.
Well,
Nintendo is really at that level where, and no, that's kind of where you're getting at right now in terms of the idea of
I
Nintendo,
mean,
where some of the fan bases will protect what Nintendo is doing right now in
well,
terms of this
yeah, no,
idea.
I would agree with you at that point, but because I get the comparison between Disney and Nintendo, but I just thought it was funny because Disney has not been on. has not been on good graces for a
That's
lot
not
of
the
people
point,
in
though. It's
recent
just
years.
Disney's a American brand name. It's a world brand name that
Yeah,
has still
I
powerful
know
loyalty.
it's.
And Nintendo, on top of that, is at that same level right now. I'll say even I think we can both agree
I,
that it's
I,
bigger than Disney at the
I mean,
moment in terms of
I
loyalty.
just disagree. They don't have Nintendo. I think I would just disagree with you with the Disney part about the Nintendo. Yeah, they have a lot of like diehard fans.
So does Disney. No, Michael. Disney still has that big loyalty, even though you don't see it in America. It's a worldwide
I'm
brand.
saying, and I
It's a
agree with you
strong
on
worldwide
that.
brand
But I
right now
mean,
in terms of
considering how bad
I
Disney
know a
has,
lot of Disney fans that are super loyal to the product. Super loyal to the product. It doesn't matter what you're seeing outside individually, Disney's still strong with a product. Still loyal to a product.
I disagree, and I have to agree to disagree with you on that one, man. Considering how they've been doing in the box office, how their theme parks have been going down in price. Now, what you have like Epic Universe from Universal breathing down their necks, how they're openly admitting that they're trying to get Gen Z back onto their products after pushing them away for years.
Stop. We're going on a completely
I
different
know.
strategy.
I'm just saying.
You're going on a different tangent. You're going on a different tangent.
I know.
Let's bring it back to the.
That's what I'm just saying.
Bring it back
just
to the
wanna
point.
say,
Just let's bring it back to the point.
Disagree on
That being said, Nintendo is definitely kind of at that point where people are not seeing what they're doing at the moment. I believe.
Yeah, well, yeah, I get it. But like you said, like Nintendo, 100%. I agree with you. Nintendo has feverish fanboys that will defend anything they do. And it's kind of sad because I want to I want to like Nintendo. Everybody wants to like their games, but their corporate side is just so scummy at this point.
It's always been scummy.
It's just like
it's always been scummy. It's always been a scummy. Like
yeah, no, I get it, and I get it. Like yeah, Nintendo like the myth that Nintendo doesn't actually like you. They pretend to like you because they want your money, right? That myth has been like that
pretty known for a very long time.
For a while, it's just now they're in your face. They're more in your face about it, and that's what's bothering a lot of people. And going back to this whole situation with the whole lawsuit and stuff like that, and this Nexus Anima game now on Spotlight, and again, this IP consultant basically saying, yeah, like considering this mounting feature is in this game, and it looks exactly like the feature that was removed from Palworld due to the lawsuit. It's just like it feels like you kind of Nintendo kind of has to go on this company too, or either basically admitting that they want to go after Palworld with malicious intent.
The fact that Palworld was successful. The fact that Palworld was a ground roots growing operation that went to make what 10
went viral,
went viral and meant to get what?
It was like 20 million sales.
Yeah, it made money, and that's a concern. And Nintendo looked at that and it's like, hey, you can't be in the business enough unless you can be in the business of it. It's just we just want our share. We want our share because we believe that we were the only company to create this pocket monster concept.
It's just, and in fact, they probably wanted to sue them on copyright, but they couldn't because the monster designs were too legally distinct. Because everybody wanted to keep saying like, oh, the developers of Pocketpair copied directly out Pokemon and stuff like that. And like, even though that has been completely debunked, that all the models were completely unique. And I believe a lot of people thought they were going to get them on copyright, but they couldn't. So they decided to go on patent infringement instead. And now they have to go through this rigmarole of changing language.
It sounds like Nintendo really wants to win this just to stay face, because hasn't Nintendo never lost a litigation when they come, or they have lost a couple of, but nothing too serious.
Nothing too serious though. Yeah, exactly. They have, because a lot of people say, "Oh, Nintendo can't win." Nintendo can't. I mean, I'm sorry, I meant to say Nintendo can't lose, but they absolutely.
Why do you think Nintendo's so hell bent on trying to win this?
Because a lot of people, again, their rabid fan base, as you keep mentioning, kept hounding Nintendo to go in on this game. They absolutely did. I remember going on the Steam forums saying, like, in the Steam forums and social media saying, messaging Nintendo, oh, Palworld, this game is a ripoff. This game's ripping off your sue him. It's so stupid, like how like die hard these people are for this company.
It's the power of fan base, man. It's the power of loyalty, man. It's that same kind of loyalty that Nintendo has built over the years, man. That like even as a grown man, just because you played a game when you were like 6 and now you're 36. And now you're loyal to a complete fault.
I'm not loyal.
You're
like
loyal
Nintendo.
to an amazing complete fault that you feel like you have to go after other games that feel similar to that. And it's not the only game that's being released. Hoyoverse. There was another game under what, Xbox? Is an Xbox really? I forgot the name of the game. I think we also talked about. I don't think we talked about it. There was another game under Xbox that kind of has the same kind of Pokemon-ish mechanic.
I'm not sure. No, I haven't heard about that. No,
there is a game out there. I forgot the name of it, but there is a game out there that's coming out soon that has Pokemon-ish like mechanics in terms of monster collecting and able to ride and mount those characters. Mm-hmm. If that game comes out on Xbox, is Nintendo gonna go after them?
I don't know. But again, I don't think they can't get them on monster creature collection stuff. They're trying to get them on again, mechanics.
That's what I'm saying. If Xbox releases their version of that game where it provides all those kind of mechanics, is Nintendo going to go take on Microsoft on that?
They would have to, but it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, because it really just puts them in a vulnerable position, because I really feel like, again, with Pocketpair, if going through all this trouble, I feel like they're in the right to countersue for damages with all these legal damages that they're going through, because it really just feels like they're doing this with malicious intent, and they could sue for unfair competition. I feel like I don't know how Japanese law works. But if it was American law, it would absolutely be able to sue for unfair competition, because there's so many games with creature collection systems in it and mounting systems. And again, the biggest inspiration that Palworld had isn't even Pokemon. It's Ark Survival Evolved. And even in that game, it also has mounting and capture mechanics. So the fact that they even haven't gone after Ark, again, shows that Nintendo is doing this with really malicious intent. And it's all because they want they're not good enough. They weren't happy just being the king of the mountain. They wanted to be the mountain.
Yeah.
And it's really frustrating where they're coming from with Nintendo and the Pokemon Company or Game Freak, because I know it's a weird joint ownership between multiple companies that control Pokemon, and it's just they're just going through all this rigmarole just to be the mountain. And so it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation with this whole Nexus Anima thing, if they don't go after Hoyoverse. And I definitely think going after a Chinese company is going to be a little bit more difficult than going after a Japanese one, because they've had years of just skirting around the rules when it comes to copyright law. And it's really silly with them. But other than that, just to wrap things up, Nexus Anima. It's a new game for Hoyoverse, very Pokemon-like, and it's strangely connected to the whole controversy with Palworld and Nintendo Pocketpair and the lawsuit, blah blah blah. But what do you think? Do you think that what do you think about this Nexus Anima game? Do you think that Nintendo is gonna sue them for copyright or whatever? Let us know. And if you like what we do here, please rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm Mike here with Isaac, and we are saying peace.
Take care.